Okay. What's the audio like? Can you hear me? Okay. What's the audio like? Wow, it's pretty good. Okay. I'm going to turn that off quickly. So, I just thought I'd jump on. We're going to try and set up some home portrait shoots with some giant cameras. I've got the chat on my phone. We've got a new setup. I've got you there. So we need to leave this up so that I can, with the sound off, so that I can see if anyone's talking to me. So we're going to have that down there for now. But maybe we can just kick off by showing you what cameras I want to try and use. Well, the easiest one for me to use is the 501 CM, because this has a very, very good cable release. So doing selfies with this is very, very easy. If I can convince my cats or my girlfriend to come, then I'd love to use this Fuji GX683S with some beautiful color positive black and white film in it. And this I don't have a cable release for, so I'd need a subject for this one. Whoa. But you can see that we've got some new stuff going on. So we have a C stand now, which is pretty game changing. So this is a big metal one from Neewer. I've got 3 of them actually in this room, and gives you a lot more versatility with holding heavy stuff high. And it's very stable. I mean, fingers crossed it stays there. You can see this is an injury from before I had the C-stand. Something fell on my face. So that was annoying. And then maybe if you cast your eyes, oh, it is not going well. If you just cast your eyes up here and have a gander with me, you'll see we have these rollers. Can you see that? Maybe the light needs to be more over there so you can see. Is that better? Oh yeah, that's better. So over here, is it on AF continuous? I'm not sure if it is. Let me have a little look-see. Here we are, AF. Maybe we need full time. Okay, so we've got these backdrop rollers now. So I've got 3 colours of paper. I've got grey, white and brown, and they come out with great difficulty because they tend to like fall and under their own weight. You have to put clips in there. You'll see me try and work that out later. But I've got them hoisted up on C-stands as well. You can see that I've got them, yeah, they've got the same kind of giant metal C-stands, but these ones I haven't used the boom on. I've just held it up, and it was one of these tubes that fell on my face and disfigured me like that. It was brutal. Alright, so what we're going to try and do, we're going to try and set up the backdrop. Let's turn that down. Ugh, gross. Oh, better. Well, I think we're outputting at 60, aren't we? So I need to have this at 125. There we go. Anywho, so we're going to get the backdrop set up. We're going to get us set up, and then we're going to do some photos. And I'm going to try and explain what it is that we're doing each step of the way. I think this auto ISO is probably going to annoy us both, but let's see how it goes. Yeah, I will be reading chat, so hit me with a message in the chat. I'll see you. Hello, I am reading chats. Ask any questions your heart desires. I might share this to my YouTube too. Share. Can I share to Instagram? There you go. How do I share to Instagram? Can I send a link? Yeah, I can do it. Pottering about in my studio, live on YouTube, that's what we're going to call it. Share it, let's see what happens. Does it work? We're in business. Okay, so let us continue. So we need to get this paper down. Oh fuck, we ripped it. Not a good start. Okay, let's move this. I think also maybe, can you see everything? Yeah, you can see most of it. Oh yeah, I know, I turned my phone, I need to read the comments. This is hard, this stuff, isn't it? There we go. Put it down here. Okay, so let's get this down, unclipped. I think we're going to go with brown, didn't we? We said we'd go with brown, so we just get more clips and a knife. So be right back, give me a second. Okay, so we're back. So we need to get some clips. I think 2 clips should be enough. There's so much stuff you need for this, you know. So many small bits and pieces that you never would think. Okay, let's put the sharp object to the side. Wardrobe draped on the C-stand, perfect. There we go. Okay, so let's bring this down. Where are the clips? Where did I put the clips? I've lost everything immediately. There we go. Okay. Get this in. Oh, like a glove. Okay, how are we going to get this one in? Hey Zoe, what's going on? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Come in, come in. Get yourself comfortable. You're going to watch me fall down, I think. It's going to be a live stream of me seriously injuring myself. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, let's slide this paper. Nothing gets a good backdrop like paper, I swear. I've tried all the more than modern tech, yeah, and paper, single-use paper, nothing beats it. Okay, so we're starting out with this one. This is the first one we're going to try and use. It's a old, I think it's 1980, this one, so 50 years-ish, with a digital back on it. So this bit's new. Everything from here back is old. Oh, everything from here back is new, with a screen and stuff, and then everything forward is old. So we're using this one because I want to take pictures of myself first today, and that this has a good cable release that I can pull myself. My wardrobe is merchandise from one of my favorite streamers. So we're wearing some branded merch from Spoon Kid. If you don't know, get to know. We've just finished a 5.5 hour Twitch stream on a game I play called Rust, but in that game I'm also a photographer. You can be a photographer in the game. So we just finished 5.5 hours of Rust photography, and now we're doing a little bit of IRL photography. But we're keeping it on theme because this is streamer merch that we're doing a little kind of editorial for. No one asked for it. They don't want these pictures, but you know they're going to get them. So that's the plan. That's the first shoot. Okay, brown background, black trackie with a bit of brown detailing, and we're going to try and self timer it with it's like a blood pressure machine thing. I'll show you how it works in a sec. So that's the plan. Yo Zoe, thanks. Oh, how old is that YouTube account? Should we do a little live stalk of the YouTube channel? Go to channel, subscribe, instant subscribe. There's not much revealing there, to be honest. Ooh. What am I doing? I forgot. Right, so we're just getting set up here with the camera. I'll point you down so you can see what's going on. Let's get you down. So we're mainly live right now because I'm recording this on OBS, so it's going to be a YouTube video, but we're doing it live, so you get to see the behind the scenes of how we're doing it, rather than just the nice edited video. You know, you're getting the BTS. Okay, so I think this should be, what are we looking at here? It's pretty tight. Pretty tight. I think we might have to bin the stool, to be honest. Let's see how it goes, especially on the digital crop. Yeah, we're getting a wider lens for this soon, which is going to be great. But until then, we're kind of struggling a little bit. Okay, I think we can make this work. I'll show you in a minute what I can see through here. Maybe you can already see. See the stall there? That's what we're looking through. We're looking at the top of the glass, trying to get the framing. Okay, so now we've got the framing all right. This is the remote trigger. So I squeeze this, and it fires the shutter. So this we screw onto the, it's just here, we screw onto the shutter. Maybe I should actually show you properly. Come with me. Come with me, here you go. So you can see what we're doing. There we go, nice. Very hard to do one-handed, but we screw in. And then we turn this, let's do a little test shot. Turn this on. Is it fully wound? Let's see. Yes, it is. So then we do a little pump. So listen out for the, well, the focus breathing is intense on this lens, isn't it? There we go. Okay, listen. Bang. Picture taken. And we wind on for the next one. Okay, so that's what we're working with the trigger. As I said, we've got a digital back on, so we can actually, we're testing the exposure first. So when we take a picture, we see on the back, the on the screen, the stool, and that's what it sees through the back. So we test the exposure first using the digital back, and then we change this for a film back, and then we take the real picture on film. So that's what we're working with. As I said, we're doing a shoot today for another YouTuber's merch. So that's what we're getting set up for. I am the model to begin with. And then later on we might have a model joining us. Okay, so we're struggling for light a bit here, to be honest. So I think I might have to turn up the studio light quite significantly, which is why we have it. So let me just bring you back out so you can see what I'm doing. So this is the Amaram 300C with a giant diffuser on it, on a C-stand. So I'm just going to orient it to come a bit kind of down and off just off the front edge of where the paper is. So it's not aimed directly at the stool, it's aimed kind of towards the front edge. And we're going to crank it up quite a lot because I want to be able to use quite a closed aperture. And at the moment it was barely kind of registering. So now we're just going to retest. I mean, we've got a light back here for the hair light. This one's attached to the C-stand here, so we're also going to turn this up. This is just to get a nice rim on the back. So we're going to have this one on max, and we'll have this one on about, I think it's about 25%. So the rear light's bright. We're just going to do a few tests to see how it is before we get too ready. So now, how much of this can you see? Actually not bad. So yeah, I'm just gonna try and dial in the exposure. Just a little bit of trial and error. So I'm gonna set up my ISO to be, it was on 100 already, so we're gonna set it down to 100 so that it has minimal noise in the image. That was on the digital back. Now I've got one more frame of color film. I'll just go grab it for you. So we might use this as the first photo. Let me just get the focus there. So this is Cinestill 800T. You've got one. We have one. It's the very final. Oh god, let me get the focus in. It's the very final frame. Can you see that? It's a number 12. Only gets 12 in this roll. So we've got one more frame to do here at 800. And the reason I say that is because it's good to dial in the digital back so that when I'm doing the test, I'm actually testing for whatever ISO film I'm going to be putting inside. So I'm just, yeah, I've got another roll of Cinestill right here that I'm inclined to use. So let me just get. Oh, that's actually quite good because it means I can change the roll on stream. It's almost perfect. We'll take one shot with the existing roll and then we'll swap the roll so you can see how we do it. Nice, everything's coming together. Okay, so we're going to dial in the exposure now. I want to be at about f11, and I'd love to be at something like 125. I'm not sure if we've got enough light for that yet. Let's see. We don't know because the digital back didn't register. Maybe because it was so dark. Let me just check. Yeah, the last image was pitch black, that's why. Okay, so maybe we need to turn this up even more so that it's like a second sun. That's as bright as it goes. Let's see. No. How about we crank it up to 400 ISO? Well, the film's 800 ISO, right? So that would be good. There we go. We're in. Okay, so I think f11 is going to be too much. So let me just get the white balance changed. I think we're going to have to be at something like f8, and I think probably 60. Or f8 60. Let's try this. That's great. Okay, so we've got there we go. That's wonderful. I think that's going to be good. So let's see what that's like at 125. Maybe it's a touch hot. I think that's a bit dark now. So let's go back to 60. Yeah, that's wonderful. f860, that's the... So I need to be quite still at 60, don't I? I'd love to be at a higher... Maybe we do f5.6. 125. Yeah. Okay, so we'll do f5.6, 125. That means we need to really nail the focus. So let's get the focus in now. I'm going to try and bring you a little bit closer so you can see what's going on. There we go. So you can see inside now, you can see the stall. So just to get the close focus, we flip up the magnifying glass. Now you won't be able to see this now, but I'm just going to quickly check and see where we are at. Just going to go to the edge of the front of the... Okay, great. Okay, sorry that wasn't very good viewing for you, but I think we are just going to change the mic so that you're getting both. There we go, you should be able to hear me better now. Okay, so I think we're focused on what we can see. Now we just need to try and play around with the framing. It's going to be a little bit hard, I think. Let's see what it's like. Because we have quite a narrow bit of paper. I need to get something bigger. But let's just try it for now. I don't think we have enough space to work with the stool, but I'm just going to move the stool exactly horizontal so I know where I need to be. There we go. I think I might put on, let's see. So put on the hoodie. It's very hot in here. I'm kind of regretting this now. It's also covered in cat hair, to be honest. Monkey clothing, monkey clothing. I actually have a stuffed doll as well. Yeah, so this is the monkey from the brand. So we're going to try and include it. I think the tape is in the way, isn't it? Can I see there's tape on the front of the paper? I just want to make sure you can't see it. I think I need to roll the paper out more. We're going to start sweating pretty quick if I keep this on. Ooh! Yikes! Yikers! Okay. So we're going to get a bit more. There we go. About that should be enough. Feed the paper back. Wonderful. Okay, I think we're almost ready for our first shot. Can you believe it? Almost ready for the first shot. Okay, so. Whew. Alright, let's do this. Setup it's almost half the time, you know. Oh. Okay, so what's the framing like now? That's good. I'm just going to bring the camera even lower. Okay, let's do this. Whew. I'm just going to point them down a bit so you can see both the camera and me. There we go. Alright, temperature is a bit of an issue here because this light is so boiling hot. Whew. Alright, so this marker is the very front thing that the camera can see. That's why I marked it there. And we can see pretty high. Probably not too high. I actually might use this to help me. So let's just point this straight down into the viewfinder. Can we see that? What do we see? Not much, to be honest. Okay, now we do. Alright, so from there, what can we see in the frame? Okay, yeah, you can see my head just about. Okay, so we've got the long. There we go. Let's bring this even closer. Can you see that? Really not much, huh? You can't see. That's a shame. Anyway, I think we're good. Just zoom that out. Right. Let's see what we can do here. Three. Is the back on? Yeah. Alright. Let's try and get like a little hunched. 3, 2, 1. Oh, it worked. Whew. Okay. So you can see there we have the white balance looks weird in the camera, but it looks good. It looks sharp. Just need to nail the focus a bit more. Oh, it's so hot. I'm melting. Let's go again. Okay, so I think focus-wise we're a little bit off. How do I get a bit better? I think we were... Let's go a little bit further away. Let's go again. Oh, wind the camera on. Would be good. Wind, wind, wind. Bit better focus, but not quite. I think a bit further away, 1.6. Let's do 1.6. Trial and error a little bit. Okay, it looks good though, the photo looks good. Alright. I think f5.6 is going to be too much, so we're going to just quickly change to dial it in. f860. Let's try that. Okay, let's try again. Oh, forgot to wind it. Nice. Okay, I think we're not going to get much sharper than that because of how close we are. Let's see what we can do. Maybe let's try a little bit in between the two. 1, 2, 3. Forgot to wind. Nice. Okay. I think we're going to give that a go. So we're going to swap the backs. So we're now live with a real piece of film. The sweat is dripping down my head. Okay, and we're going to do this rock for real. Okay, we did it. This one you don't get to see because it was a real piece of film. But that was the last one in the roll. So there we go. Okay, cool. Nice. So now I'm just going to quickly take this off because I'm melting. Oh. We are going to change the roll and then do a macro shot of the logo. Okay, so you get to see both a macro. Oh, that was close. I almost took the back off accidentally. Okay, so let's do this. I'll try and do this in a way that you can see. So this is the roll that we just finished. Yeah, this is the roll that we just finished. So always remember to wind on until the end. And then when it's done, we can do the change. So slide out the cassette, take out the old film, and give it a seal, fold under the tab. Let me change my autofocus so that it's not quite so biased towards people. Off. A second. You actually get some good focus for a change. There we go. Okay, so it's going to load. Great. So you get the black tab. Fold it underneath. Then on this one it's a licky tab, so lick the tab. Oh, I think we're gonna have to put it back on the eyes. Just testing your patience. There we go. Give this a lick. Nice. Done. Okay. So now on the spool, we move the black roller to the other side. So lift the top, move the roller from this side to the other side. So now it's gone from the roll that had the film on to the roll that takes the film. They swap places. So that when I finish this roll of film, it will be on the cassette of this film, the one that this film came in. So it's like a cyclical life cycle that they have. And this spool is the spool of the film that my previous film came in, if that makes sense. There's always one step ahead. So, just like a sweetie, I always think these remind me of sweets. Oh, the sound is great. So we just open here, and then there's a little plastic paper ribbon to remove. Try and get most of that off so it doesn't jam up your camera. Not all of it. Doesn't matter if you get all of it. Okay, now to remember you have to think about what's happening with this cassette so that you know how to put this on. You want the black piece of reactive, this is paper backing. You want the black side of the film to be where the light is going to be. The light is going to come here through the camera, and this is the back of the camera. So we want the black to be facing this way. So when we're putting it on, it always makes like a little, the paper will make a 9. If you think about when you release the tab, it looks a bit like a 9. That's how I remember it. But also when you kind of fold the film and peel it around, it's the black side where the light is going to be coming in. Okay. So roll it through, and now on these take-up spools, just poke it through the slat. Poke this piece of paper into one of the slats, and when it gets through, you kind of post it through like an envelope. When it gets through, fold the edge, fold the end, so that you can get a little bit of purchase when it starts to turn. So yeah, not the most exciting part of the, oh, you learn to love this bit, to be honest. It's that pause. There's so many parts of film photography that naturally make you slow down, or make you take less photos, or make you select your photos better. I think all of those moments it's not necessarily a bug, but it's a feature of film photography, because it means that when you do come down to pressing the shutter, which we've done once so far, you're much more intentional with it, which I love. So there we go. All right, let's pop that inside. I find that it can be a little bit tricky to get it happy and seated. There we go. In. And now we wind until we see a 1 in the window. So it says 0 right now, and we need it to say 1. So let's just go gently, don't go too hard that the film becomes unseated. There we go. So we made it to 1. So we're ready to go. Great. So now I think what we will do is the close-up. Or maybe we just do one more, just to make sure it worked like we did before. Yeah, let's do one more, and then we do the close-up. So let's put this back on. Let's put the distance a bit further away this time so that we lean back a bit. Okay, let's test. Let's see what it's like. Great. I love it. I think we're going to do that again. So, with the film back on, so we've got 12 more shots now with this. So we're going to do one more wide shot, and then we're going to start going in for the details. Maybe 2 more wide shots. Who's counting, right? Let's just slide out the dark slide. Okay, we're ready. I want to make sure we get the logo in. Make sure we stay within the confines of the paper. I think we're in focus now, so I think we're in better focus. We didn't take the dark slide out, we didn't wind on. What's the problem? Oh no, okay, so we didn't wind on. But we don't want that, because if we wind on now, we'll waste a piece of film. So that's a top tip. Make sure I've put the dark slide back in, take the back off, now wind on, put the back on, dark slide out, and now we're back in. Okay, so, sorry about that. Okay, make sure we're centered. Gonna grab this with the left hand so it's a little bit out of frame. Get the logo in. Look a little bit bored and depressed. Bit intense. Mysterious. Blue steel. We did it. Okay, nice. I think what will be good actually is if I reach this forward with this in focus, it could be great. So it's like, it's almost covering my face, but hopefully, so it's going to be an interesting shot. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Okay, cool. So now we are going to do some close-up shots. So let's set the scene up. We've got kind of the scene. We need something to prop it up against, I think. Let's use the stool now. Okay. There we go. Alright, so let's wind the film on. And then we're going to test again, so we're going to get the digital back. Dark slide back in. Digital back on. And now we are using a very special lens. This is a macro lens to get nice and close up on the subject. So let's see how this goes. Take the lens off. I think there's not enough space on this tripod mount. It's too big. Okay, so let's come off this. Let's marry the two. There we go, we're in. And now we can put the this rail instead. This is tough. Oh, okay, this is not working very easily. I think we are going to have to change tripods for this combination. It's become way too heavy. Okay, 1 second. Gonna have to use the serious tripod. Just gonna change. The bracket because for some reason it has a proprietary bracket, so thank you very much Gitzo for that, you bar stewards. Okay, we are tight, we are in, and we are on. Okay, let's move this lens now that we've replaced it. Let's get this dangling off here. Let's take off some of the weight. And let's start to angle this in. So, I'm going to give you a better view of this. I'm going to come down. I'm going to get this onto live view. So we turn the lens onto bulb mode. Onto bulb. So then, hopefully, when we just take this out for 1 second. So now it should stay open, the shutter. It's exposed. I don't want it to expose. Can I turn it off? There we go. So we can turn it onto live view mode. Did we just get a glitch? Did we just get the first bug ever from this camera? Come on. Wow. I've got a bug. Okay, anyway, so we're going to get to live view. Maybe I need to remove this. So you can actually see live view. There we go. You can see through the lens. Okay, so we need to get this pointing down a bit. Oh no, can we come back? Live view. There we go. Okay. So we are in business. So I think let's start to focus now. So we focus with the rails. Is it coming in or out of focus? I can't tell. I think it's coming more out of focus. Okay. So we need to get this all the way in and then move it closer, I guess. And all the way in and then move it further. I don't understand. Okay, there is a distance that's perfect. Let me just work out what that is. I'm so glad we can do live view and don't have to test this using any other method. Okay. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I think we need to just be higher and then point straight down, because otherwise we're going to get not a lot of it is going to be in view, you know. So I think we're going to have to bring this up maybe 2 legs. Okay. So now we're in. Let me just get you a bit higher now so you can see what's going on. Okay, so now this can be flat. You desperately need to get the sandbag on this, but for now it's okay. Okay, so let's get the live view back. So now what? So it needs to be raised just a little bit. This is tough. You know what? Can we just cheat and use a digital camera? No, we can't. We have to do this properly. So let's just pile everything underneath it. Okay, we're focused now. By luck, we're focused. So let's take the most of that. Let us take one little photo here. Actually, no. We need to now change from bulb mode into an actual shutter speed. So what does this look like if we say... Now let's do a photo. Wind, take a photo. Yeah, we got it. It's sharp as anything. You see that? Whoa, that's crazy. You can really see each thread. Okay. So now we change the back. Put the film back. And just to remove any kind of shake, we're going to put the shutter... One second, put the dark slide back in so the shutter can't fire while I do this. And then we put the shutter release cable back Oh god. I just broke it. Okay. Okay, good, we're down. Dark slide out. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I hope you get that sound as good as I get it. Okay, cool. So now you've got a couple of wide shots. We've got some detail shots. Nice. I think that's pretty decent. Maybe I want to get a picture of them all folded on the floor as like a set of garments. So I'm just going to get changed so I can take off the trousers. It's the sound of me fighting for my life with this C-stand. Maybe we just get rid of the macro lens because it's a little bit unwieldy. So we're all wound on. Let us just bring this all the way back gently. Actually, I think it's best to do this flat. Don't want to stress the system too much. Come on. Okay, good, we're off. Now we do this flat. So wind the neck back in. Wow, what a lens this is. It's really magical. I'm using it for film scanning. So I'll do a film on that, a video on that later, but yeah, I'm really using this to scan film now. It's a macro lens with the digital back. Okay, 1 second. okay. You didn't miss much. All you missed was me down here doing this shot. That's what you missed. So we kind of folded the tracksuit here. We had to change the lens, so we used the 80mm, but this was the shot, like kind of a roughly folded tracksuit, and we had kind of pointing straight down shot. So yeah, and then you just missed the outro, which wasn't much either. So thank you very much for joining, and we'll see you next time. Over and out.